Bodybuilding-FM Next Generation. Hey guys, welcome back to Bodybuilding-FM with episode number 58. Today gonna be once again an English episode. Didn't have it for a long time, so my English might be a bit rusty, but I think we might get along. Today I got Anthony back on the podcast, one of the most promising young IFBB pros, 4 weeks out, making his pro debut, and maybe the man with the biggest arms in bodybuilding. Did you measure them once?
Yeah, it was last year, but when they're fully pumped, they're like 57, 58, something like that.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. You could just give me like 7 centimeters and I would be pro maybe already. So
they're a bit too big almost, so I really don't train them too much.
How many sets you do per week for arms?
I just do 2 sets biceps, 2 sets triceps, that's it.
Yeah,
so just to put a bit of blood in there and that's it, you know.
So you just still doing push-pull legs overall, or?
Yeah, always push-pull legs. And now I have like this. I have a different push or different. It's like the same session all the time. We change it with Stefan, and now we have the same push, the same pull, the same leg all the time.
Ah, okay, yeah. So you're not changing exercises.
Yeah. Just the one thing that will change is when I do pull. Once I will start with lats, once I will start with upper back, but that's it. The rest stays the same, and I really like it actually that it stays the same all the time. That I don't have to switch. And when I feel like switching an exercise, I will do it. You know, but I like to have the constant same thing over and over.
Yeah, I feel like a bit. For example, for arms, I found my exercise. I feel really good, and there's no need to change them if you feel the muscle perfectly, right? So
absolutely, if you're having fun while you're training, I don't think like it is necessary to change, you know, all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So you're still living in Germany right now?
No, I live in France.
Okay. So you're living with your German girlfriend in France, like that?
Right? You know, we live at the border in Strasbourg. It's like super close.
Okay.
Maybe you know Offenburg.
Yeah, for sure.
It's over there. It's like
okay.
40 minutes from here. Yeah.
So you're learning like quite a bit German living with your girlfriend, or not really?
No, this doesn't want to come in. I have a few words. I can make a few sentences, but that's it. You know.
Not Say much. Something.
Oh, what can I say? Oh, ich möchte ein Cola, Liter. That's the only thing I know how to do, like to order at the restaurant, or like, you know, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Not much. We won't be able to do the podcast in German anytime soon.
Okay, sadly, but I think English is totally fine for the listeners.
Perfect.
It's been a year since you've been on last time. That were right after you won your pro card, and I saw you live guest posing at the pro qualifier 1 year after you won your pro card, man. And you really held your own against big guys like James, for example. It was really cool to see. I think especially in like most muscular in the upper body, you are even like more muscular than James. So it's crazy. So what do you think? How did your off-season go? Like, take us on your way.
Yeah. So, to talk about the guest posing, actually, when I did a couple of photos with James and everything, and I looked at him after, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is happening here? Because, you know, like, I think all bodybuilders have the same problem. We don't see each other how we actually look. So it was really good for me and for my head to know how I look against really good guys. Of course, like, James is more complete, you know, more balanced, I would say. So even if I have 1 or 2 shots where I'm looking bigger, he will still beat me in a show. But it's nice to see that I'm really closing the gap quick, you know, since I'm still like pretty young. That's really nice.
You're 27, right?
27, yeah. I will be 28 next year. So yeah, I'm like
crazy.
Yeah, so I have quite some time. And to talk about the off season, actually, it was pretty tough off season. I had quite some stomach problems, you know, at some point, like, because it was the longest off season I did with Stefan since I turned pro early on in April, and we wanted to compete in the summer shows of the next year. The off season lasted almost 7 to 8 months, which is a lot when you're eating as much as I do. And towards the end, I really had some like in the last months, I really had some problem with the digestion and stomach because the food was just too much for my body to handle. It was too long, too much food for too long. So, but it was necessary. Obviously, it paid off. But at the end, it was a bit of a struggle. Yeah.
Okay, how many calories did you eat?
I was around 6,000 at the end. Yeah, 6,100 or 6,200.
I mean, for a guy your size, that's a pretty low amount, right?
Yeah, it's not that much, but even for my body, I saw it that this time I never had gut problems actually, but this off season for some reason I just like my body just had really struggled to like keep up with the amount. So hopefully
Mm.
next off season it will be better, but this off season it was a bit of a struggle. Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
not at the end.
there are a lot of guys who struggle with digestion, like Brett, Martin,
Yeah,
Fitzwater as well, and
yeah, yeah.
also Hunter had to fix it as he's only eating white rice. Did you find out what caused the problem? Like some
I,
stuff you ate?
yeah, I thought it was like I tried to take some things out and it felt better, but after with having went through it, I just know it was just the volume. It was just the amount that was the
Okay.
problem. Because now all the foods, since I'm like 5 weeks out now, all the foods that I had a bit of trouble eating in off season, like the oats or whatever, they go absolutely fine right now. So I don't have a problem with the food. I just think it was the amount. It was just
Okay.
too much. But I clearly gonna change it a bit next off season. I'm gonna really stay more simple, like only white rice, and like really try to make it as easy for the body to digest.
Yeah.
So I
So
really
what?
want to,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
So
did you do different? Except white rice, what carbs did you eat?
I always eat in general like cream of rice, a
Mm-hmm.
lot cereals. I had actually cereals after because since I had trouble eating, I put the cereals pre and post. Because this
Oh,
is
okay.
easy to eat. So I
Yeah.
told Stefan, he said, yeah, just put the cereals also pre, so it's easy for the body, to get the
Mm.
food in. And I eat rice and a lot of gluten-free pasta too. I
Okay.
like that a lot in off season. But now, honestly, like I'm probably the one of the only bodybuilder who didn't use the rice cooker before, and I cooked my
Okay.
rice in the water, so it was shit.
Crazy.
And
Yeah.
now I use the rice cooker, and the rice is so good. So I really think going into the next off season, what I'll just cook my rice in a rice cooker, everything will go so much easier. So let's see, but I think it will be fine. Yeah.
How did you survive 27 years without a rice cooker?
Oh man, I don't know. I just like it was super basic. Just cook it like this, and actually, it's the rice cooker of my girlfriend. And was like, she said like just do your rice like this. You see, it would be way better. We did it,
Yeah.
and after I never stopped it. So
Yeah, I mean, also for chicken, I don't know what it's called in English, Heißluftfritteuse. You just put it in, press one button, chicken is ready. You put
yeah,
your vegetables and your rice in a rice cooker, press one button, rice is ready. You have no stress doing meal prep, and that's also something is stressing your body,
you
having to
you
cook
do all
fresh
your food
food.
like this. You do all your food like this. The
Yeah,
chicken.
like
Okay.
almost every time, so
So
it's
you don't
really
have to go
easy.
really. Okay, so you don't
Yeah,
have. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
it's saving time basically. So. Um, as you said, you're eating gluten-free pasta. You don't. You have problems with gluten, or
I just try to avoid it just to make it my
okay?
digestion easier, especially when I have a lot of food. But like, see, this morning I ate my oats and I eat my oats again now because I'm starting to get at the
Mm,
point of prep where you want a bit more volume. And since when I eat them when I'm hungry, like prep, they go absolutely fine. But in off season, I can't get down 150 grams of oats, like oatmeal. Like it's just too
yeah,
much at a certain point.
that's what I'm also thinking because if I'm eating small amount of potatoes, they are totally fine. But if I'm eating like an off-season amount of potatoes, they are way too much and they fuck up my digestion. So I'm thinking about even in prep not using them anymore because if they fuck my digestion using them a big amount, even a small amount might not be perfect, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that
Yeah, that's right.
that's are some things I learned in off season and bring them into prep, right? So
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. You have to do this like this. And
yeah,
like this is bodybuilding. You learn every year. Your body
that's
changes and you
exactly.
have to adapt. So that's why the next off season I will try it a bit different with the food and see how it goes.
So you're also not gonna eat a cream of rice anymore?
I do eat cream of rice, especially the ESN one because it's not much volume. So
Yeah.
this one is easy to get in, and I always digest this well. But I will do rice, cream of rice, and cereals. I think this I will stay on this, and this will be perfect for me.
In terms of protein, many bodybuilders say they don't eat a lot of whey anymore. What's your opinion on that? Like they're eating only chicken,
No, I eat.
steak.
In breakfast, for example, I have whey protein at the moment. I like it. I
Okay.
just do a protein cream. I really like it in the morning, and I will have it pre-workout, and that's it. So twice a day, I will have it. Breakfast, because I don't eat the eggs yet. I'm not at that point of hunger yet, so I don't eat the
Yeah.
eggs because I don't really like eggs. I really eat them when I need volume, and
Really? I love eggs.
I used to like them too, but I ate just so much of it. Is the
Oh,
only thing
okay.
I'm like, ah man, I really need to be deep in prep to be able to eat them again and like enjoy them. So yeah, I would say like in off season I would consume protein 3 times a day, and on training days, and if not, I would say 2 times. Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing as well.
yeah, I think that's
Because
nice. For the digestion and everything, like it's easier also sometimes just to have a bit of protein, like this. Yeah.
if you remember what Hunter was doing, he was eating cream of rice every single meal, and then a lot of guys told him you need to eat more chicken. Do you think that really making a difference if you're eating like only 3 times whey protein instead of 6 times and add some chicken? So what's making a difference?
Honestly, I don't think it makes a difference in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
What
so
kind
too.
of protein you eat, like protein, especially like it's animal protein also in whey. So I really don't think it makes a difference as long as you get your protein in. Of course, I would not eat protein powder on every meal because this is just not super smart. But because of the sweetness you have in the whey and everything,
Yeah, exactly.
two to 3 times a day, I think it's absolutely fine. When you eat like us 7 times a day, I think it's totally okay. Totally okay.
Yeah, I think that's what really fucking up digestion as well is all those sweeteners. People forget where it's inside. It's like in your light ketchup, it's in your
And everything.
drinks, in your cola and stuff, even
Your
in your EAA.
EAs. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So you don't think you consume that much, but at the end of the day, when you had your intra, your EAs, you had a couple drinks, you have your sugar free,
flavor and tasty. Yeah,
yeah, then you have a big amount of sweetness, and that can fuck your digestion. So yeah,
yeah.
that's sometimes is also this is the problem. It's just too much sweetness.
Yeah, and I also used to watch a lot of full day of eating videos, and there are also some tricks you can do. Like if you are eating pre and have like 150 grams of cream of rice, and you struggle getting it in, you can just add like 40 grams of honey and eat like
Yeah,
110 grams of cream of rice. That makes it
of course.
easier
Yeah. You always have
because
things like this. Yeah, yeah.
I was really yeah, so much into it that I thought off season, man, you only got 5 months to grow into a pro physique. You need to do exactly what's on the plan. And then I ended up eating so much that I couldn't eat anymore. And I still put it in like exactly the same struggle you had.
Yeah.
And
But
I
this is
think,
the thing, like we are
yeah,
not supposed to eat that much.
yeah,
Like we're not made to eat that much. Of course, we're putting stress on our body. So that's why we really need to choose good foods because of course the amount is already going to cause us stress. So you don't want the food itself to cause stress on top of it. So that's why
exactly.
you have to like, but there's no recipe. You have to try and see and do it for enough time that okay, this causes problem, this not. And also your body changes. Sometimes something that caused a problem for a long time won't anymore, and something that was absolutely fine will start causing problems. So that's why you always have to adapt and do as you feel best. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you just shouldn't stress your body as much getting all the food in exactly what's on the plan. Man, if it's easier to get to the calories eating some honey, it won't fuck up your physique. So it just helps you reduce the stress, and that's better because stress is the biggest enemy of any bodybuilder. So
Absolutely, and especially when we're eating as much as we do, it's not 40 grams of honey. But like your trick with the honey, it was my trick with the cereals.
yeah,
Just eat cereals pre and post.
exactly.
That went like nothing. Like 150 grams of frosties, just like you don't
Yeah,
even
it's
feel
like
them in your stomach, and that's the tricks. Like even though I was talking with Zach, he had trouble. Like at the moment, he really has trouble getting the food in. He eats cereals, I think, 3 or 4 times a day just to get the food in. And Stefan told him it's okay. Like as long as you get it in, like we can't get fat at the point we are. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
to get fat, man, we really need to like go absolutely crazy. At the point we are, you just can't get fat because you eat cereals. It's just carbs, so you'll be absolutely fine. I think you just have to adapt on how you do it, and I like it this season because I think my off season will be shorter, and I think like I can grow more, in my opinion, in a shorter off season because I can be like 100% the whole time. Than a
hmm,
longer one where I start to struggle towards the end and like just try to keep up with it. Because when
yeah,
you, in my opinion, when you get to that point where you struggle and you just try to keep up and not lose the weight and everything, and keep the fullness and everything, this is where you need to go on
Yeah,
prep,
exactly. I mean, it's a bit different situation between us because when you turned pro, you just had to fix some details, like your back to improve your back because the overall mass was already there to be almost there to be a competitive pro bodybuilder when you turned
No,
pro.
I would not say that. I would say that, well, first of all, last year, I ripped my adductors 6 weeks out.
Yeah, I know.
My legs were really downsized from what they can actually be. And I would say my arms, shoulders are really over dominating. My chest is a little bit under, but since the quality is really good, it goes, it fits the shape. The back is still a weaker point. It's getting better. Like when I'm talking with Stefan said, it's really getting better, but it's still a weaker point because to match my front, I
Yeah,
need big back. And still the legs also like are a little bit under my upper. Like obviously, like really, really pay attention. My quads look good and everything, but hamstrings still need some work, and the quads also need to get better. But it's like when we talked after Sweden, there's something that you just need time.
yeah.
This is the thing that you can't. I'm doing my best every day. I just need the time, and I have the time, so that's why I'm not stressed. I'm just doing my work, and I know I will get there.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say was you only needed like a shorter off season because you didn't have to add so much mass as I would have to add after turning pro, right? So if I turn pro this season and I have like some chances left, I think I want to do like 1 year off season because I got some stuff to be fixed, like my hernia needs to be fixed,
Shit, yeah.
and
Okay.
and I also if I do the hernia, I think I can also do the gynecomastia in like 2 weeks after. So it's all done after 4 weeks, and I can go back to training, and it's not annoying anymore.
Yeah,
What do you think? Yeah,
especially if you do it in the reverse time.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you will not lose like any muscle. You will just like have a good recover where your body needs it, and when you're ready to go on, your body will be so fresh and good that your body will respond so good. So yeah, if you
yeah.
can do it after your season, that's perfect. That's awesome.
I will just wait until I turn pro. Next day, I'm gonna call the doctor and ask for an appointment to get it done as fast as possible.
Yeah,
So,
that would be cool. Yeah.
what do you think? Like, I'm having like a bit of gynecomastia from puberty, but you don't see it on stage basically. So, would you get it done anyway? So it's basically out and won't cause any problems anymore because you just don't have to take as much medics, to avoid growing it.
Honestly, if you can't see it on stage and if it doesn't bother you, I would not do it. Like I
Okay.
would do it where like does it grow or not, or it stays
No.
all the same. So I would not do it. Like if you see that every year is getting a little bit bigger, then I would do
Mhm.
it. If it bothers you, I would do it. And if obviously you can see it on stage, then you can do it. But if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't grow, and you can't see it on stage, in my opinion, there's no point going through the surgery.
Yeah. Yeah, because Stefan told me like just get it done so it won't annoy us in any prep. But because the thing is, if it starts growing and because you got some fake medics or stuff
Yeah,
in prep, then you're basically fucked, because
obviously, yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah, but
After
yeah,
like if you feel like going both through both surgery like
yeah,
in a short time, and like you can like pay for it, like if this helps your mind to be not stressed at all, do it. If this
yeah,
does good to your head, I would do it. But i, I'm the kind of guy who would do things that only if they're necessary.
yeah. I understand.
I'm
You
not.
did both, right?
Yeah, I did both. Yeah, I did both. Like, but you
Yeah.
have
Okay.
different type of doctors. So most of doctors will take. Some doctors will be okay to take it off completely, but
Okay.
most of the doctors will always leave a little bit. So
Yeah.
they say that if you take it completely off, you can have a little hole, which you
Yeah.
don't want. Because when we are still big bodybuilders, we will never see the hole. But the day we retire and we are a bit less big, then you can actually see it. So I always have a little something here because this is just a scar, and
Yeah.
you will still feel a little bit hard, but this is not gyno, it's just a scar, which I do have, so it keeps a nice shape on your chest.
Yeah.
That's
What's
how.
important as a bodybuilder, but what's after my bodybuilding career, I don't really care that much because I'm really just into bodybuilding. So
Yeah,
not,
that's right. That's right.
yeah, I
No, but
understand.
I
Yeah,
would
I
I
have to
would
think
do it.
about it.
I would do it like this. I will always leave a little bit in, so
Yeah,
you really keep a nice shape of, because you never know how your chest will react if you take everything out. Then you
yeah,
can have a little hole, and this is just, then you will have, the skin that will fall off a bit from
yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
this you don't want, So yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably won't do it then. Only the hernia, because it's not like it's causing any problems, but you can see it getting bigger year by year,
The
and I
hernia.
really wanna. Also, it's not too big
Yeah.
already, but I see it growing, and I really want to avoid what
No,
happened to
but this I
Phil
would
and
fix.
stuff.
This I
Yeah,
would fix 100%, because imagine you have a problem with pops after, you can be fucked. Like, it
yeah,
can destroy your physique. The dyno can't destroy your physique, like when it's just a tiny bit. But this,
yeah.
it can really be bad. Yeah.
What was the worst operation? Worst operation, the gyno or the hernia?
For me, it was the gyno. It was a
Okay.
gyno. I was off training for 5 or 6 weeks. It
Oh,
took
okay.
quite.
That's a lot,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Like hernia, 2 weeks I was back in training. So like,
Really?
yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
I did
that's
it.
crazy.
I did it as a prevention. Like, I
Yeah.
just see him a bit popping, so I went to the surgeon and we just put a
Mm-hmm.
net, and then everything now it's fixed. And this only takes 2 weeks because he just opened a little bit on the belly button. He
Yeah.
doesn't completely open it,
Yeah, and you just need a small one if it's not too big already. Yeah, 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 I understand.
When it doesn't,
Yeah,
when your hernia didn't pop out, like for real, like where it's really fucked, then you can do this, and this will take you 2 weeks to recover, and you can go back in the gym. But
man, that would be awesome. Yeah,
yeah, but the gyno took me quite some time, because it took some time to heal for me. It just
yeah.
took quite some time. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, interesting. All right, so we talked about hitting peak weight, and he said you said you need at least 135 kilograms in the off season. Did you
yeah.
reach them?
No, I think I reached them at the beginning because my body was just like exploding. But after, I was more like towards like between 131, 133 the whole off season, somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But actually, which is funny, is that this is where, like, weight, you see that it doesn't mean so much, because I'm not
yes, yeah,
that much more heavy than last off season, but I can see on prep I'm retaining way more muscle. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, I'm 5 weeks out and I'm 122 kilos right now. So,
crazy. Yeah,
which I was not at that point. I was for 3 or 4 kilos less last year with cardio, and I still don't have cardio. So clearly you see that I made some muscle. The weight didn't go up, but I still made some muscle, because I can see, like, I'm in the diet, and still I'm way heavier. So yeah, so that's
that's
good.
something I really love working with Stefan. He's not pushing cardio too much, especially if I tell him, because I think for me there's nothing forcing more fatigue than cardio, so and more
That's
stress to
really
the
really
body.
off. That's why, actually, because I don't know for you. Well, you have huge legs, so I don't think it is a big problem. But for me, I always, when I had the cardio plus the legs plus being on deficit for quite some time, my legs don't
Yeah.
recover normal. They just
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
recover, and they go flat, 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 flat. And after, I don't manage in peak week to bring them again. So we just
Yeah.
said, cut the cardio completely, and we're gonna do it without, if we can. Which at the moment we see that is doing perfectly fine. So we're gonna see, but I don't think we will need cardio this prep. So that's really good.
So how many calories are you eating right now?
I just had a drop this morning, so let me tell you that I just had the drop. I just sent my check-in to Stefan, because now we're setting check-in every second day.
Yeah.
So now for today, since it's rest day, I have 3,400 calories, 340 grams of carbs, and on a high day, like, so training, I have 4,100 and 469 grams of carbs.
Yeah. That should be pretty solid. You're feeling good on it, or
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm not on prep yet.
yeah, awesome. And that's almost 4 weeks out before the show.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
yeah, no, I really feel good. I have a lot of strength in the gym. Of course, when you
Yeah.
have a lot of food, like, I can push hard in the gym still. So right now, I feel good. I'm hungry, I'm happy to eat my meals, but I'm not struggling with
Yeah.
hunger. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That same for me. So we pushed calories after Portugal a bit up, and I feel like my body is still fresh, my mind is still fresh, and yeah. So we can.
what was the lowest you went to before show?
Oh, I think 2.6 on training days, and like 2.2 on rest days, like pretty
Yeah,
low.
That's low, yeah.
And yeah, because at the regional show I weighed in like 101.6, so almost filled out the heavyweight limit. I also won the heavyweight there, but my condition was kind of off, I think. So I had to drop some kilograms for the pro qualifier, and then we pushed pretty hard, 60 minutes of cardio and low calories.
60 minutes
So
of cardio. Oh yeah, fuck,
yeah,
okay. That's a lot.
just between the shows to get the condition, and then I dropped like six more kilograms, and now the condition is perfect, and we kept cardio out, calories back up, so the
Okay,
body
yeah,
is
you
like
just
doing a
like
little
got,
rebound. Yeah,
and you just got to the condition a bit hardcore with 60 minutes and super
yeah,
low. Now you just cruise into the show because you're ready. Yeah,
yeah.
that's basically
And
it.
I think the cruising between shows is pretty easy.
Yeah.
What's hard is just the digging for the condition, right? So yeah, that's
It
totally fine.
depends. When you arrive to your show absolutely ready, yeah, then it's easy because you can eat a bit more, especially if you have a lot of time between shows like you, like because I think between Portugal and Poland you had 4 weeks, so you have the time to eat a bit more and then to go to cruise into the show. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Wait, I need to fix something short.
No worries.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. No problem.
Okay, perfectly. Just need to fix because my girlfriend came in the house, and her AirPods automatically connected to,
Oh, shit, okay,
to
okay,
so she heard you right now and me not. So
okay,
so
okay. No
yeah.
worries.
Now we are back on track. Awesome. So you're doing the Empro Classic in 5 weeks, right? Four
Yeah,
weeks.
this is my first show of the season. Yeah.
Okay, and you told me last year your goal was to place top 5. Is it still your goal, or what's your goal right now?
I would like at least at one of the shows I'm going to do. I would like to do a first call out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. I don't think that will happen at EM Pro when you see who is coming.
I didn't check yet. Is if Nathan doing it?
No, Nathan's. I don't think Nathan will do it because um, William is doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have William that's doing it. You have Criso that's doing it. You have Biruz that's doing
Oh,
it. Tabani. You
crazy
have
show.
Yeah, you have another guy. So basically, you already have a top four here. You know, so it's going to be a really stacked show. But let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to bring like something really really good.
Yeah.
So let's see. Especially like one of my strong quality is always to arrive like really full. I really managed to do that, and now that I managed also to bring really good condition, I think I will stack up good. That's for sure. After let's see how it goes. But I think I'll have more chance at other shows than the EM Pro. That's for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Okay. So, what other shows are you planning? Portugal?
So I am doing EM Pro as a
Hmm.
first. Then 1 week after, I will do Flex Weekend Pro in Italy.
There's Nathan coming, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is Nathan coming. After I will do Portugal. Then after I will do the Texas Pro in the US.
Oh, you're going to NA.
Yeah, yeah, the Texas,
Really
and then
nice.
yeah, because Gasp is over there and everything, so I can really go there because it's their show. So I want to do it. So that would be really cool. And I will finish
Awesome.
because I will finish the season with the French Pro Show since it's 1 hour and a half away from my place.
Yeah.
I want to finish the season with this one. The only thing is it's going to be a really long season because first show, as you know, is EM Pro is 16th of June, and if I
Yeah.
follow through until the French Pro Show, this is 28th of September.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
It's a really long season, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I really want to
So
do it.
it's basically 4 months of competition.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
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 Okay. Like my first show was on 6th of April. And if I can't make it next 5 tries, it will be until mid of July. So like, or just 1 month less. But
Because
yeah, I've been,
if it doesn't work in Poland, you want to do which one? You want to do another show
uh,
after?
I will do Olympia Amateur afterwards in Alicante the week after,
Okay.
because I think it's as a heavyweight, Olympia Amateur is like the best chance because you just got to win your class, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, if I don't make it there, I'll just keep going until the season is finished, because Netherlands on 13th of July is the last pro qualifier in spring season. Like, it's
Okay.
not spring anymore, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I just, as long as my body is responding and I'm really close, I did like
You
4
feel
pro
good.
qualifiers.
Yeah.
I always placed second at every single pro qualifier. I don't know, man, if I want to break Antron's record or something, but it has to work out at one of the next shows, and I got 6 tries left, so I'll just go all in Poland, and then if it doesn't work, I keep trying and doing my best, right?
Oh well, that's good. That's a good thing. And also, like, no matter how it goes, like it gives you so much experience. So it's always good to take. So yeah. But
Yeah,
I think with this many tries, you will manage to get there. You will manage to
yeah,
get there.
yeah. Because I know afterwards it's the hernia, and I got to do some other stuff. I just want the pro card out of my head, like I told you in Sweden before, so I can just focus on getting a gold pro without having the stress to turn pro before, because then I can take all the time I need to grow to make the step to being a pro. And like my dream or my goal would be like to do in next year the pro shows at the end of the year, like Romania, Prague, Alicante. So I got like 1 year off season after, from July to July,
Mhm.
and after that I can put on a lot of math, I think, and might be ready for a decent pro debut, and that would be the goal. So I
But
really
also,
want to get the card. Yeah,
you will see that it's way nicer, like when you do prep for the pro shows, because you can schedule all your shows in advance.
yeah,
You can book everything. Like you don't have the like, oh shit, it didn't work out there. I have to go to this one, book the flights
yeah,
to.
exactly.
Way more stressy to compete as an amateur than competing as a pro, because now I have all my shows laid out, everything is planned. I just have to go
Yeah,
and do my thing. And you don't expect, oh, if I don't win, I have to do another one. And no, you just do your shows, and I think it's so much less stress. So it's way nicer to prep like this, to be honest.
yeah, and you're saving like a lot of money as well, because you don't
Yeah,
have to pay it, right? And that's also in my head. I don't pay shows before, because if I could book shows like before to get to pay less money, right?
yeah,
But I'm not doing it because that fucks my mind, because I'm going into every show to win it. And if I plan another show or book another
yeah. I know what
show
you mean.
before, it's
So
like preparing to fail. And
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, but
so I'm paying it.
you can't book the shows in advance when you're competing as an amateur, because if you do it and you turn pro the first show, then you're fucked. So it's no point. Now you have, unfortunately, you have to book the shows after every show. That's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really hyped to see you at Empro. I hope not in person, because then I wouldn't make it next 2 pro shows, but then I would be there as well because of the day before. But also Texas Pro. Do you know who's doing it? Like Hunter or Andrew as well?
Andrew is doing it. I know he's
Ooh.
coming to defend back his title. Hunter, I don't know, because Hunter right now is like peak off season, so I don't. He needs at least like 16 weeks before competing. So I'm guessing Texas will be right there. I'm guessing Texas will be in his. But in the other way, he knows Andrew is doing it, so I don't think he's going to do other shows, obviously, because he can't count on just Texas, because beating Andrew didn't happen last year. So he
Yeah.
has to like have other options, obviously. And since the Olympia is super close, there's not many shows after Texas to
Yeah,
qualify.
it's in September already this year, right?
No, it's
Or October? I
yeah,
think.
the beginning of October, second
Yeah,
week
okay.
of October.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the shows, like for example, the French Pro Show is the 28th of September, but this one qualifies you for 2025.
Ah, okay.
So, the late shows qualify you for next year, not for the actual Olympia. So if his first show, for example, would be Texas, he has very few chances to qualify to the Open after it's Hunter. So
Hmm.
if there is no top five Olympia guy competing, he will win.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
against Andrew, it's gonna be really hard for him to win. Yeah.
Yeah, so he really has to jump into prep really soon, yeah?
Yeah, but well, as you saw the video, he just reached 300 pounds. He looks
Yeah.
absolutely massive. I think you
I
saw him.
love, yeah.
The Pittsburgh Pro. He looks so fucking big. But the funny story is that I remember when I was a teenager. You remember Bodybuilding.com, the YouTube videos?
Yeah.
You used to watch them too. I used to watch Hunter on this one 8 years ago, and I thought like, oh yeah, he was already pretty big. And when
Mm.
you saw the progression he made from when I watched his video to now, it's just like mental how big it is. And I really love this kind of physique. Hunter is really
Yeah.
one of my favorite physique in the open bodybuilding.
It's really funny, because it's also my favorite physique, and he's also my favorite YouTuber, because his content is really awesome. He just doesn't train like tons of volume. He trains really smart. He works really smart, and yeah,
And
yeah,
also, he's the perfect example. He was also one of the guys who had a weaker back, and see
yeah,
how he managed to bring it up, just like crazy, crazy,
yeah.
because it was always his problem, and he managed to bring this up. Like now, it feels like it's one of his strong points.
Yeah, yeah. It's because also your arms are so big. It's really hard to hit back perfectly because your arm is hindering you to hit
Over,
the
yeah,
muscle perfectly, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So okay. Um, do you dream of qualifying for the Olympia this year? Is it like a dream in your mind, or is it like completely out of your head?
I don't really think about qualifying for the Euro right now.
Okay.
I'm just like someone who is down to earth. I know what I can do and what can I not. I
Yeah.
think if I'm extremely lucky, and there is a show where there's just not the guys that came or the big guys that came and everything, yes, but this is really not in my mind. I know in the next few years I will qualify. I am absolutely sure about that.
100%. Yeah.
I'm 100% sure about that. I'd actually talked about it with Stefan and everything. I said, like, you said, you need to fix your midsection. That means I need thicker abs, and the rest is growing as the speed it needs. So just time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess in 1 or 2 years, I could really qualify for the Euro. This year, I think, like, qualifying on your pro debut is really unlikely. It's really rare, and especially this season in Open. Like, it's going to be the most stacked Open season ever. Everyone wants to qualify. Everyone does the early shows, so it's going to be really, really tough this year. Even for really good bodybuilders, it's going to be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
So no, I would be really happy with placing in the top five. The first call out for me would be that's the goal. The first call out for me is the goal.
Maybe not many guys are doing the French Pro because it's so close to the Olympia, and
Yeah.
you get the qualification for next year. Oh man, that would be crazy cool.
That would be the dream, but I don't think about that. Like this is like I'm just like want to show off a really good physique. I want people to be like, oh damn, he's good and he's coming.
Yeah.
That I want people to understand that I'm coming and I'm there. Just need a bit more time, but I want to really make a good impression. That's what is really important for me. That
Uh,
when you see me next to those guys, you're like, man, he's coming.
yeah, you started doing that in the expression in Sweden for sure. So
Yeah. So I hope can continue to follow up with this on stage.
okay, so as you said, you want to do just a short off season after you're doing spring next year again.
Well, I think when I compete at my last show, 28th of September, the off season won't be able to be super long if I want to do the summer shows. So let's see how
Okay.
how Stefan plans it. But I would suggest like a 4 to 5 month off season is
Yeah.
perfect, and then we start prepping. And after maybe I will compete even more in the US next year. Do maybe a couple shows in the US, So let's see. I would like to do the New York Pro, but this is
Yeah.
too early. If I finish prep
Yeah.
28th of September, New York Pro is in May. I won't have the time to recover and push food and go back on prep. This will be too short time, so I won't be able to.
Mm. Would you love to have competed at New York Pro this year already, or do you think it's just too high level?
No, I think it's always good to stack up against good guys, but I think like I needed more time this year, anyways. So I would have never been able to go into prep and be ready for the New York Pro. But yeah, of course, it would be cool to stand against Nick and Martin and Tonio and all these guys. Yeah, that's for sure. That's
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
But I want to
Because
stand against these guys when I can close the gap way more. You know.
yeah, because you know the German guy Emil Omeragic for sure, right?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Because he was doing like his super speed prep for like 8 weeks because he really, really wanted to do the New York Pro, and he did like 3 hours of cardio or 3.5 hours of cardio, no carbs, just to get ready for that show in 8 weeks from peak off-season condition. And I wondered why he would do that because the chances of qualifying are very low for him, even though he's a good bodybuilder for sure, right?
yeah. He won't in a show like this. He won't place top five, 100%.
Yeah. So
Like it's impossible. Like just like the top five is already laid out. You have Quinton, you have Nick, you have Martin, you have Tonio. That's it. You
yeah,
don't really switch into, and you have Tim also. You have Tim.
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. So like you like it's not a good show in my opinion. Is not smart to dial in 8 weeks for a show where the level is so high. It just doesn't really make sense. Like to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Um, I really think it's also smarter, even for your image, to show off great at an European show like in top 3 than placing 8 at New York Pro, even though the world is following New York Pro more. But I think
I
it's
always
anyway
think,
better for your standing.
I actually absolutely agree. Like I think like placing good at an open pro show will always be better, no matter what, no matter who's in front. Like a top three in a less stack show that eighth in a super stack show, the top three will always stand out way better. Like
Yeah.
especially at pro level, you know. So yeah.
As we just talked about the New York Pro, I think we should like make a top 6
Oh yeah,
prediction.
I would like that.
So and maybe we should do a bet about it after. What do we want to bet about?
Oh,
Maybe
go
after
for
your
it.
season and after I finish my season, if you win, I'm gonna shave my head like completely. And if I win, you have to grow your hair like for 3 months in off season.
Oh man, you want me to look like Stefan or what? Let me just let's see the list of because I don't have all the bodybuilders in
I
mind.
have it. Let's just do top 6, right? Because there are a lot of guys into it. Bodybuilders Without Borders just posted the list.
So just the top six or the order of the top six?
The order of the top 6, right?
Order of top sixes. Okay.
So if we hit the right one, so you get 2 points, and if you're just one next to it, like if you say Nick first and he gets second, you get 1 point. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
that's fair.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, I would put Nick as a winner.
I will just write it down so we can check afterwards. So Anthony's doing Nick first. So then I'm gonna do first and second, so it's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Nick in first as well because I don't think he's beatable. Even though the comparison between Martin showed again, man, how
He's good.
crazy good
He
Martin's
is.
waist is, and also the problem he has with his waist a bit because he gets exposed against guys with perfect waist,
Yeah.
even though his waist is under control. Do you
That's right.
think Nick can win the Olympia once?
I think so. But
Yeah,
after, like I'm a big Nick, big fan, so I'm maybe not like super correct about this, but I think he can pull it off. I think he can, because he really has that fact, this freak factor where he was just like whoa, and his waist is not super small, but he has super deep abs and keeps it under control. So, in my opinion, that's also really good. Like you don't always need to pull a vacuum to be able to win a show. I think when you have deep
absolutely.
abs and control like his, I think it's really good.
Yeah,
So
but anyways, just for the guys listening, always do your vacuum. Anyways, train it because
yeah,
stomach control is the most important thing in bodybuilding because you just need so much more size compared to your waist if your waist gets bigger. So you need to add so much more muscle for just like 1 inch of waist. So having
that's
your gut under control and your stomach is like the most important thing in bodybuilding. It's like,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll put in second. This is really, really close, but I'll go with Martin here.
Yeah, I would go with Martin too because I want to see him take second.
Because he's also in team of Outlaw. Or...
No, it's just that I really liked his physique, and when I
Yeah,
saw
also
it,
same.
and I think it's going like if Quinton comes in sharp and ready, it could be really tough for Martin to play second. I just like
Yeah,
is gonna be tough. But I would put, assuming he's ready, I would put Quinton in third.
he's showing so low amount of back pictures. So I'm worried if he could have fixed his back. Um,
No, man. Actually, it's like no. Actually, change what I said. I'm gonna put Tonio in third. This is
okay.
just more likely
I,
to happen.
yeah, I'm also thinking about putting Tonio. I need to look at Stu one more time because Tonio and
Stu is there. Yeah, that's right.
Stu was very close last year already.
Yeah, but last year was not the same lineup, man.
No, no, but he was very
To
close of
Tonio, you
beating
mean?
Tonio. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Stu definitely gonna outsize him, even though he also has some problems with his legs, like he hurt them. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you look at the picture, his legs, I can show it in the camera maybe for the watch reels. His legs look like super big, but I don't know, the quad sweep isn't like
There's no sweep.
perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he
just super
grew,
big. Yeah.
he grew a lot since last year. That's for sure.
Mm. Let me put Stu in third. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and in fourth, I will put Tonio.
Okay, yeah, I will put Stu then in fourth, and then I would put in fifth. I would put Quinton.
Stu and Quinton. Okay, I will do Quinton in fifth as well. So sixth one is really, really interesting. Let me look at the list once again. Tim is doing it as well. Emir is doing it. Who do you think is better from the German guys compared Emir to Tim?
And, well, I think Tim is better, yeah, especially from the front. The problem with Tim is his posing.
Yeah,
Tim,
but he tried to fix it, even though his
yeah,
back poses aren't that good as well yet.
yeah, that's the problem with Tim. The mass is like crazy. He's super dense. He has so much muscle, but it's just the way he displays it that can be a problem. But I still think he will come in front of
Yeah.
Tim, yeah, for sure.
Oh, and Angel Calderon is also doing it. He was guest posing in Alicante last week. He looked also really massive, and he also placed top 3 at the Olympia in 212.
That's right. Yeah, we cut him out. We forgot about him, I think. Do you think this guy would not make top five? Because he's really good too.
Yeah, but the top 5 is super stacked, you know.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think he can get there.
you would put him in top six then,
I
Angel?
don't know. It's between Tim and Angel Calderon, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah, I would put Tim. I would put Tim in there.
yeah, actually, me too. So, all right, the results are locked in. So
Oh, there's
let's see
Justin
if.
doing it too. Rodriguez.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the last showings weren't too impressive. Or think
Yeah,
about it. So
it's really sad because this guy, when he pulls it off, I think he looks amazing. He really looks good.
his back double is still lights out, but from the front, he just hasn't his gut under control anymore like he used to. Just
No,
getting too right.
it's shit. Yeah, it's shit.
Also, there's some interesting guys. Also, Josef Cretan is doing it from Czech Republic. He's also a really big guy.
I don't know him. I
You don't
think
know him?
if you show me a picture, I will. I will. But the name
I,
doesn't.
I, I will show you. Just wait.
There's another German guy. There's. I know. He's not German. Christopher Berner.
Yeah, he just he's also like 2 meters big. He's like a huge guy
Yeah,
from.
I remember who he is. Yeah, but no, he will never make top 10.
Nah, he's just too big, right? So the proportions won't.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember who he is. I didn't think he was still competing actually.
Yeah, this guy is Josef, so he's also
Oh
kind of big.
yeah. I remember. Yeah. I remember.
But I don't think he can make top 6
No,
yet.
I don't think this is we just this is just a structure problem here after. You know what I mean? That just
Yeah,
I think this is just a structure. They're just too tall
yeah,
to
I
make
th-
it look like they are. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're too big, I think between 170 or 168 and 177 or something is like perfect for bodybuilding. You
Yeah,
are like 180, right?
181. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still also fine, but you just need to be super big already to
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, I might want to. I just think it's just fine. It's still good for bodybuilding. Like it's still okay.
yeah. Okay. And also last week Justin turned pro and he's also doing the Empro, Justin Musial.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself next to him?
I will beat him.
Okay, that's
Hopefully.
what I wanted to hear because you need to be like you need to think like that because
Well, I really do think like
yeah,
he has bigger legs than me. That's his strong point, but his waist is way thicker than mine. I have bigger arms. I have a bigger front. His
yeah,
chest is a little bit bigger, but mine is way more dense, way more quality. And I think his back double is a little bit bigger. But overall, the
yeah.
waist,
You're just having too much mass for him actually.
the yeah, I'm like I think on stage we about this. He's a bit shorter than me, and on
I think
stage
he's 175. Yeah,
175. Yeah, okay, so I'm 5 centimeters more than him. But on stage, I think he's like 105 or 104.
yeah, something
I
like
will
that.
be
106.
117, 118 on stage
Crazy.
probably.
Yeah,
And yeah, I just think overall mass, I'm bigger, and the fact that I have a smaller waist when I'm bigger, that will really create an illusion that I think he just. This is the problem I think of Justin. He's a really good bodybuilder, really comes in condition. He was full. Had a really nice physique, but his problem is the waist. Unfortunately, the waist is a bit too thick, and I think this will like for amateur turning pro, no problem. Obviously, as we can see, first try,
yeah.
boom. But for pro level, let's see. Let's see what happened. I really do believe I'll beat him, but you never know.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really hyped to see the show, so I'm definitely
Actually,
gonna buy the live stream.
there's
Yeah.
another guy that's coming. A guy I competed against in England, my first show last year. The guy who turned pro last year in England when I competed is called Reese.
I know.
Yeah, he's
But
doing the Empro too. He's doing the
okay.
Empro too.
But I think I don't really like his physique, to be honest.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
front, but
He has crazy lats though. His lats
yeah,
are just out of this world.
he just the structure isn't applying to me, and he also got a really big hernia. I think he should get it fixed before
Yeah,
stepping on stage, personally, because that's like really big, right?
yeah, he's really big. But the thing with this, like when you don't get this fixed, is if it breaks, if it pops out, man, you fuck. Look what happened to
You're
Phil Heath.
fucked.
Look what happened to Phil Heath. Because of that, he never managed to come back to his full best because this like fucked his abs and completely everything was fucked.
Yeah.
So that's why
I don't
hernia
know
is. Sorry,
what is it called if it breaks through. I don't know. I know the English word for it.
I don't know it either.
Yeah, but also a friend of me is also an amateur. It happened to him, and
Yeah.
he has just zero control in his stomach anymore. So your bodybuilding career is over. So I really wanted to get pro fast so I can finally get it done because like every day or every week is it's a risk, definitely, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Like you
who's
don't want to let this out. Like I also feel it now. Like on my belly button is okay, but I have a little thing up, just just over the belly button. I have a little thing, but I already made it checked, and it's too small to do anything about it. So I just have
okay?
to wait. Like they consider doing something about the hernia when it pops out more than 4 centimeters. Under that, they can't do anything about it. So you just have
Yeah,
to
we
wait.
have someone in Germany who's only doing that, and he's really an expert. And I'll just ask him right away. Do an appointment. It's 1 hour away of me, and he's
Oh well,
just gonna do what he tells me. So,
yeah, that's nice.
oh,
That's nice.
who you also compete against, and who's also doing his pro debut, is Jordan Gomez. He's competing in
Yeah,
212 at.
yeah. New York Pro.
I know he's a New York pro. Yeah.
He's doing New York Pro, and I think he's doing Portugal and Dubai. He's not doing Spain.
Oh, he's doing Dubai as well.
Yeah, he's doing. Well, that's when we talked last time. He told me Dubai. Yeah. But
Oh,
actually,
that's crazy.
this was the plan also for me in the beginning, and after I was like, man, no, I'm not gonna do Dubai. I prefer to go to Texas and go compete in the
Yeah.
US. I think this just makes more sense to me.
Is Gas paying like the flight for you as well to Texas, or?
Yeah, they're helping me a bit with the money. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
really love Gasp as well. It's just you can feel the love for bodybuilding, and you can also feel it's not just all about the money for them, and
Oh no, it's not. It's not
awesome
actually.
sponsor.
It's really about like going together. It's like being together, doing things together. It's really about this because like I'm doing the Texas Pro and I'm staying over there after to hang out with the team to do some stuff at
Awesome.
destination and
Train at
everything.
Metroflex.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really
Man, I would love to do that as well.
yeah.
Like my dream is doing first pro season next year, and then after that year doing 1 year of off season again and competing in spring in America. So that would be a dream once. So just work for it.
Especially in the US, the level is a little bit less stacked than in Europe.
Yeah,
So
actually, it is right.
it
You
is
don't
it
think
is
if you
it is less stacked, and also which is good is that in the US, these are the shows they have been talking about. These are the shows that everyone watch. Even though in Europe the level is just crazy good, the shows that people watch and talk about is the US shows. So for
yeah.
your image, for your popularity, it's really good that you make the effort to go into the US and compete over there.
Exactly. So you just need the money, right? Is ESN
Absolutely.
also helping you with the money?
Yeah, they're also helping me a bit. Yeah.
So you're also very happy at ESN right now. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, they renewed my contract for this year. So I had 2 years. I had a 2-year contract, and then we renewed it again.
yeah,
So
isn't it automatically renewing after 2 years? So if you don't
well,
get out,
no, they have to do it again. They have to talk to you and like, do you interested in like renewing it, whatever? We want to keep you on board, and then
so you also got a better contract probably.
a tiny bit better. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just that
yeah,
it's hard
awesome.
for me to, when you ESN athlete in France is a bit more complicated than in Germany because in Germany everyone knows the brand. You don't need
Yeah,
convinced
exactly.
that it's a good brand. In France, people don't know the brand, so it's a bit harder for me to sell in France. In Germany, I think for you guys, it's like pretty
Yeah,
easy to sell this because everyone knows this brand. So
exactly.
in
Even
France,
though Yeah, I'm
Like,
not that big on social media, and yeah, I'm making really good of money off ESN, so I'm really, really, really happy with that
yeah, but
because
also because I think you have a lot of coaching, and they all like use your
yeah,
coach. That's the
exactly,
best.
exactly.
That's
That's
the
like
best.
the
Yeah.
biggest part. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but this is really
awesome.
good actually because in France, like, it's just that, like, this is where like it's a bit shit for me. It's like when you see Germany or the UK, bodybuilding is so much bigger for in
Yeah,
your countries. It's so much bigger. In France, is just shit. Sorry, it's just shit. Like people like even for coaching, like people like don't want to spend that much for coaching. They don't want to
mm.
spend that much for supplements. It's just like a completely different type of way of thinking. And bodybuilding is just way smaller here. It's really not a good country for bodybuilding, France.
Yeah,
Really not.
yeah. I was thinking about pro bodybuilders from France. I just yeah, that just only Theo comes to my mind right away. So there aren't that many open guys
The
next
only
to you
one
and
that's
him.
good and competing is still Bulgaria.
Crazy,
That's the only
because
one.
especially in Germany, bodybuilding is growing like crazy right now, man.
Yeah.
You can just go through the pro qualifiers. First pro qualifier was Great Britain. Georg Behringer won, a German guy. Second pro qualifier was Sweden. Domenica won, a German guy. Third
Crazy.
pro qualifier was Portugal. Valerie won the overall, a German guy. Fourth pro qualifier Alicante. Justin won, a German guy.
Yeah.
So if I
Crazy.
win Poland, so we won all shows. All
Like
Poland.
Germany is
That's
taking
crazy.
over. But actually, which is crazy is like you come to a regional in France, and you come
Yeah,
to a regional in the UK or in Germany, man, it's like day and night. Like for you, the level is high, so it's a good way to start the season because you
yeah,
have a bit of competition. Man, when I went to my regional, it was like I took twice the overall. It was not even debate. The
yeah.
level was just not as like in Germany. It's
Yeah,
really not.
they're doing the Invictus Cup in Germany. That's like a regional. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
the gym of the coach of Justin. Yeah, in
yeah, and it's like crazy big shows. I have Samson Dowder guest posing there, like 10 German
yeah,
pros.
I saw that.
Um, all tickets are sold out. The whole everyone is standing up, shouting, and it's like
So
bigger
good.
than
This
a
is
pro
what you want.
qualifier. And that's just a regional show, man. That's so crazy. I
So
really like the race going. Yeah.
no, this is really good for you, and like exactly like like you said for ESN, with the money you're selling a lot. Like everyone is into bodybuilding. In France, it's just nowhere. Like nowhere. Like the
Crazy.
most famous bodybuilder is still, and he's not that famous. When you compare to other guys in Germany, for example, you have Earthman. He is like
Yeah.
so big. Like we don't have guys like this here. We don't, and just the mentality of French people is just not that great. Even for the top guys, it's just
But
I
why?
start to realize that more and more. It's just that that's why I always speak English, because
Yeah.
I want to touch other people. I don't want to touch the French people. Like these are my people, but I don't want to touch them because they understand what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that they are just they don't really know much about bodybuilding. They're not so interested in this. They don't. It's not really kind of people that will support you. They will be more about talking shit. So that's why I always address myself in English and try to make it bigger like this. Because if I stay in the French thing and talking French and everything, this will never things will never change for me. Like never.
Mhm. But I'm wondering why is it like that in France?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. We have some big guys coming now. This classic guy that's also French. How's he called? He's still working with Patrick Tour. Um,
Um,
this classic guy who's coming back. Uh, I don't have his name now in head. He's
okay,
really
I
good.
don't know.
He's really popular, but still, like he's not someone that is like super inspiring or doing super much for bodybuilding. Like it's just like yeah, it's just not there in France, unfortunately, and I don't think it will ever come. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
In
problem.
some European countries, it's like that. Like in Spain, bodybuilding is also very big,
Yeah,
and in Italy, it's like no bodybuilding again. Like it's a very low amount because Yamamoto is also basically dying right now, and
going out. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But in
yeah,
Spain, like like in all these Latin countries, like Spain, Brazil, whatever, the people follow their people. They support their people. They're proud of their people doing good. In France, they're like, oh, he's doing good. He's a motherfucker. That's a bit more. That's a bit more the spirit here.
yeah, that's sad. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So you think about moving abroad in
Yeah,
other country?
I will move abroad. That's definitely the plan. I don't know when or where yet, but with my girlfriend, we definitely don't want to stay here for long. I just want to
Okay.
put some money on the side, do well in my competition, like
Yeah.
boost a bit my bodybuilding revenues. Could be with gas, but ESN, and do a bit more coaching. And when I'm good, I will leave. I just don't know where yet. There's so many
Hmm.
options, so many things, but we haven't decided yet. And since we're going to travel a lot this year, it would be the good opportunity to see where we would see each other live. So yeah.
Okay. What are your the first three places that come to your mind?
Well, since I'm also from the UK, since my mom is English, I really love the UK.
I also
Um,
love it. Yeah.
I really
I,
like the
yeah.
UK. This would be perfect for me. I have my family over there. Like, I have super nice gyms, and I just like the people over there. They're just nice and heartwarming people. It's just the weather that is really shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a bit more of a problem for my girlfriend. But UK, I really like. Well, I also thought about Dubai at some point because it's great for bodybuilding, no taxes, like all this. So that could be nice. But I'm not sure I would fit in that type
Mm,
of country. So I need to go there and check it out. I have actually a friend that is coaching that's living over there now, and he loves it. So I would
yeah.
definitely go there to check it out. And after, I don't really have any idea. I never been. Last time I was in the US was I was a teenager. So maybe when I will go to Dallas, I will be like, oh fuck, I can see myself living there. So
Yeah.
let's see after this year and all the traveling if I have a bit more clear idea where I want to live. But I really want at the end of the year to know where I want to live and after work towards that goal, like moving somewhere else. Because
Yeah.
what is important for me, like for you, I need to be living near a great gym. I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
a great, great, great gym. This will make me the most happy. Imagine you live in the UK and you have the gym of James, or you have the Metroflex from Cuba. Like this will just make my day. I will be happy. Like I just want a great gym, which I don't have here. So that's one of the main important thing for my career. And after that, just good weather, nice place to live, and that's it. And nice people,
Yeah.
and I will be happy. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Dubai just feels a bit like living in a golden cage, So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not sure about. Let's see. I'm not the kind of guy that say I don't like it or I like it. I need to
yeah.
go there. Then I will see. I will see.
Okay. So if you were single, would you try to do 1 year in Kuwait if you get the opportunity to do, as there are going many guys again to Kuwait?
I would, but always under the direction of Stefan, of course. But yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would never
Okay.
get coached by them. But training over there, like Samson is gonna do, just for the
Yeah,
prep, I would go over there for full months for the prep. Yeah, hundred
yeah.
percent, 100%.
Yeah, we are also planning to move abroad to even though it's really good where we live, right? We have a great flat. You can just go out in the sun in the morning because we got a big place outside. You can just have a really good life here. But I was in Portugal for the pro qualifier, and I think it's just perfect for bodybuilding. You have like big evolution gym which is decent, and you also have the blackout gym very close to you. You
Great.
have great weather, the beach close to you as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
and
also
it's
some.
not super expensive. It's not super
Yeah,
expensive. So
yeah. If you live in Lisbon, it's very expensive. But if you live
yeah,
like
no,
around, you can
yeah.
find a
The
good flat,
point is,
right? So
the point is to live a bit around, and then after. Yeah, but I also thought about Portugal. Let's see about that because also Portugal people are really nice. You have nice weather.
yeah,
You have
and they speak good English. Like,
good
uh,
English. In Spain, not at all.
yes, yes,
Not at all. That's why Spain is really not my thing. I will never live in Spain. I think this is just not my thing. Especially in Spain, like when you don't speak the language, they a bit push you on the side. They don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
people who don't speak the language. So yeah, Portugal it could also be an option because this reunites everything: the weather, the good gym, chill,
Yes,
and just nice people.
exactly. And
Let's
also,
see.
oh man, I love the shopping malls there as well. So you can like get everything you want to eat like in thousand different things. So
Yeah,
you,
no, that's
you you
cool.
just find everything. That's really cool. Yeah.
That's nice. But like, let's see if when I compete in Portugal this year, I will be like, oh shit, I want to live here. let's
Yeah,
let's see.
let's see. Oh, I got an awesome flat, very cheap there. So if you want the address here, I can hit you.
I
You
already
can hit me
booked
up.
everything. I already booked
Ah,
everything.
okay.
I
Because I had
booked.
an awesome flat
I'm the kind of guy like I booked my whole season in one time,
and
so
just paid anything, so you got your
so
safe. Yeah.
it's cheap and it's done. The only thing I didn't take yet is just my flight for Dallas because I was waiting on Gasp to see how we would do it. But I just need to take this. But even this is not expensive. Like for going to the US, the flight is 700
Oh, that's
going.
fine.
But this is going to be hardcore. You know how much hours of flight it is to go to Dallas from my
12.
place? It's 10. Yeah, 10 hours.
Yeah. Okay. That's a
I'm
lot.
gonna,
But when you're going there, how many days before the show?
the show is on the Saturday. I will arrive on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So you
Yeah,
got
I
some
will be
days.
good. I will be good. No, it's just it's going to be hard to be in the plane sitting for 10 hours when
Mm.
guys our size is never really comfortable to be in the plane for that long. So
Yeah, and
and
you really can't just buy business class because it's that much more expensive, man.
3,500 it was for business.
Yeah.
Like
That's the joke, man.
yeah, that's a bit.
Imagine how much you pay just for 1 hour. You're paying 350 euros just for 1 hour, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this is mad. This is mad. No, it was a bit too much. Like if I had like I don't care like this much money, I would do it
Yeah,
so I'm not comfortable. But you have to be a bit smart since I want to do a lot of shows and everything. I can't just like be like, oh,
absolutely.
let's pay this much just on the flight.
So is your girlfriend coming with you to all the shows, or?
Yeah, yeah, she will come to all the shows.
Yeah, awesome. So
Yeah,
she's helping you a lot as well, probably. So
yeah, yeah. Well, that's all. So, like I would never go to a show on my own, because well, the
yeah,
cool thing is that with work she can go off work as she wants. So that's
hmm
really convenient. But if I would always travel with someone because you don't want to go to the US, for example, on your own. Even if I had Gasp over there, I don't want to go on my own and
yeah,
travel like this. So
yeah. You just feel better because also my girlfriend is organizing everything. So I just gotta get into the plane, sit there, eat my stuff, and
yeah,
I'm
that's
good,
it.
right? It's
You can
taking a
just
lot of stress
shut
away.
off. You can just shut off your brain, and that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome and prep perfectly. Okay. I also saw you started YouTube, but you weren't doing too much social media in the off season, right? So,
No, that's why I wanted to start YouTube to have something regular, like doing 2 or 3 videos a week. But I'm starting,
oh,
so
that's a
it's
lot. That's a
yeah.
lot.
I really want to do more because I think YouTube is really the most interesting platform. I'm just starting, and like it's my girlfriend that's filming me. I'm editing myself the video on the laptop, putting it up, so it still looks okay, but I will improve with time, obviously. But I think it looks
hmm
totally fine for now. And I would just want to keep putting videos out there and putting my prep and everything. I think this is something I should have started
Yeah,
a bit more time ago. And I'm going to get more comfortable doing more stuff and everything. But if you always wait for the good timing to start, you'll never start. So I feel like
it will never
let's go.
come. Yeah.
I bought the camera, I bought everything, the tripod, the laptop. I was like, okay, let's go now. Let's do this, and yeah, and I like it, and I getting more comfortable the more videos I do, and I think this will turn out to be really cool in the future. Have given you a few months, and I think it will be really nice. Yeah,
I will put your YouTube channel in the comments.
that's nice,
So
man.
so is it not in the comments in the yeah
Description. Yeah.
below so everybody can see it. I'm also planning to film Poland because for my first YouTube video because I got an athlete coming with us and he can just film us meanwhile. So it's also really good content. But you
Yeah.
also plan on doing more on Instagram because Instagram is like most important for getting coaching stuff and for selling your stuff and so on because you're just doing a very low amount of Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not doing that much. I'm posting my shape, a couple workouts, and that's it. But it's hard. I need to post more. Yeah, I need to post more. But
Yeah,
I'm posting way more already now than
yeah.
last season. Like every day, I'm posting something. But yeah, I need to post a bit more and talk also to the camera a bit more.
Yeah, exactly, because you're a really interesting person because and you are like 27, you're one of the few upcoming bodybuilders who can dominate the scene in a few years. So if you are taking them with you already, you're gonna be really big in a few years because they are growing with you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But this, I really think, like, and this is not to find myself excuse. It's just like, I think if I was German or in Germany, this,
Yeah.
like for example, you see the community has Justin. He really brings them with him. He has a huge community. Like in France, it's really hard to build that. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just really hard to build that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I really need to push. But I also think that I always in my head focused, okay, I'm going to be a great bodybuilder. The rest
Yes.
will follow. Like for me, of course, I can do more on the socials, and I'm doing it. That's why I started the YouTube and everything. But I think when you start placing good at pro shows and open, your name would get out there more and more and more and more and more, and people will get more interested and know who you are, so they will come and check out. And I think it starts with this, like when you see all the guys that are making it on YouTube, before they're making it on YouTube, they are great bodybuilders. When you see like Earth, he's top three at the Olympia. When you see Chris Bumstead, he's 5 times champ. Their YouTube is working great because they're elite athletes, not because they're great influencers. Of course, they are both now. They're really good at doing both. But the
Yeah.
fame came because they are good elite athletes. So that's why I'm always like more focused on my work and getting an elite athlete, a really good athlete, an athlete that can win pro shows, to more than doing my stuff on Instagram, which I still need to do. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand you perfectly, but you are already elite athlete. You just that's also something like waiting for the perfect point. You are an IFBB pro, and you are interesting enough already. Even me on a journey to pro, I feel if I just do more Instagram, there are so many guys following. I get so many messages also on the podcast. The podcast is growing like crazy, even though I'm not pro yet, and
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
also the community, the binding between the community and you will be much bigger when you start right now than when you start when you are at the top, right? Because then they feel like you are a celebrity, and if you start now, they're gonna feel like you're one of them, and then they're gonna buy more stuff of you and get into your coaching. And so I would just tell you
Yeah, no,
that.
that's right. That's right.
So
But I think also where I'm a bit in the middle is that I am in France, I'm followed by mostly French people, and I talk English.
okay,
So
yeah.
I think it's also like hard for me like to be like what I'm supposed to do, like talk French, to draw more French people,
Mm.
or just do my thing in English and wait. It's a bit like hard. I wanted always to speak English to reach more people, but still the main people that follow me are still French people. So
Yeah, I
that's why
understand.
it's a bit hard for me like to find the good spot where I should
Yeah, yeah.
how I should do it.
So the French people, do they understand English pretty well, or are they really focused on French?
More not like, for example, if you compare this to German people, I would say German people are way better in English than French people. I would
Okay,
say
okay.
French people that are really interested in bodybuilding will understand a bit, but they're not
Mm,
good with English. They're not really good.
okay, yeah, that sucks. Because I'm also doing a lot of content in English, because basically for Germans, it doesn't matter if it's in English or in German because they can understand both.
You understand both,
So
yeah.
some stuff
Yeah.
I do in German for them especially, and some in English. So yeah. All right. Okay. So I have some questions left. The guys ask you.
Yeah.
I want to bring them up before I let you go. So let me check. How many off meals did you have a week in off season?
I didn't have the plan. Sometimes I could have none, and sometimes I could have two or three. I'm the kind of guy that when I have an opportunity and I have to go out with friends or the girlfriend or like my parents, I will say yes because I'm in off season and I know this won't change anything with me. So I just say yes, but I don't have a set plan or like, oh, one day a week I have my cheat meal. It really is. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have two. Sometimes I have three. Sometimes I have one. It really doesn't. Isn't really not always the same.
So what's your top three sheet meals you had?
I'm a guy like always like I like Asian food a lot. So sushi, Thai, I love that. And what did I eat a lot also? Oh, eat a lot of. I love kebab.
Oh,
A good.
really? Okay.
I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
Okay.
would. This is my top three.
I think I ate just kebab once in my life, actually. Also, so
Yeah.
like for the last years, yeah. Really, really, really low amount.
Well, it really depends where you get your kebab too. Like we have a really good
Yeah,
place
yeah, for sure.
here where they do it fresh, like they do the spike on their own, the fresh meat, like fresh vegetables, and it's like game changer. That the old like kebab, like super fat with too much sauce and everything. You know what I mean? It really depends on the quality, but when it's good quality, man, it's just awesome.
Um, isn't there anything typical French you love?
Um, I don't really eat like typical French meals. No, no, I don't. I don't really.
Okay.
I
What's
would.
like the most French food there is?
The most.
If you ask in German, German, he would say baguette.
Yeah, well, we like to eat a lot of cheese, but I don't eat that much. But yeah, good bread, baguette, we would love that. And also, like, we have quite some dishes with meat that are really good, like that
Okay.
we will. But these are things that I don't eat because it's not enough food for me. You know what I mean? If you go eat that at a
Yeah.
restaurant, it's just not enough food, so I don't eat that really.
So after your Empro show, you're gonna have an off meal.
If I'm allowed, yes. Just one.
So
Because I
so
will start peak week straight the day after, since I will compete in Milan when I come.
okay.
So
But
that's
after the show, what's the first thing you want to eat? Basically, in most cases.
usually I crave the things I never crave usually. Like it would
Okay.
be pizza or like a burger or something like this, yeah. These are more the things I would crave after a show. But I will keep it simple. If I do a cheat meal after EM Pro, it will be sushi, so I know I have no problem digesting it
Yeah.
and I can hop back on the diet straight away.
Yeah. It's always for me. It's always something from the bakery, like just some fresh bread with cheese, eggs, and stuff. Well, man,
Yeah, yeah.
I love a post show. That's
You also more like a guy that's salty, or you also like sugar?
salty for sure.
Yeah, me too. I don't like sugar. Like I never eat that.
No, no, no.
Sugar. I
I would
always
never eat sweets. So there are so
no.
many guys that cheat and prep with sweets. Like I would never do that. I never even I can't remember eating like any sweets. So
No, I don't like that too. It's like always a salty dish. I would that 100
yeah,
times. I would
man.
never eat like these like super sweet stuff. That is just not what I like.
Yeah, but I'm also really dedicated to the plan. I had like cool prep one off meal after Portugal, and other day
That's,
always completely back to plan. No, nothing else.
that's
So yeah.
that. I'm a bit different than you. When I know I have like 2 3 weeks after the show, I will enjoy the meal, the off meal from the same day of the show, and I will take the next day off of diet,
Yeah.
then go back on a diet.
Okay.
Always do it
Yeah.
like this.
Okay. That's crazy because I feel like if I'm getting to the plan earlier, I get more calories from Stefan back for like a little rebound. So it's
Yeah,
worth it
no,
in the end, you know?
I need it for my mind. I need like
Okay.
one day where I just don't think about the diet, don't train, relax completely, and go back on it. And this is how
Okay.
I made it through long preps. Just
Okay.
like
Yeah. My mind
relax.
is just so fucking into the getting that pro card, man. You can't imagine because
Yeah, I understand.
it's like crazy, you know. I would eat like 20 days nothing to get it right now because I'm so hungry for that.
Man,
Yeah.
man, that's really good. That's what you need to get it.
Yeah, for sure. I hope it's gonna work out very soon. Okay. So next question. Okay, I don't know if you want to say something to that. Maybe just you can you don't have to answer. I'm just gonna ask it anyway right away. What's the difference in terms of PEDs between being an amateur and being an open bodybuilding pro? Did you change a lot or just little
Yeah,
things?
it went up. But this is the thing, like it went up because my body doesn't change even when it goes up. Like my body is not stressed with high levels of gear.
Okay.
Like my everything stays absolutely fine. My blood, my liver, everything stays in its place. So I really don't have the stress. My body is really good at having the stress of a lot of more gear. So that's why we put more gear for the off season in for my turn in pro. We upped the gear and my body was just like responding to it well, and I had absolutely no problem, like no health issues. Like even see, like I posted not late ago my blood pressure when I was
Mm-hmm.
130 kilos, 132 kilos, my blood pressure was like 11, 10,
Crazy.
11. So it's like, that's why, like, I know my body is made for like enduring that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah. So to answer the question, yes, the gear for my case got higher to when I'm
Okay.
in pole. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But it would not be crazy as he thinks. So
Now,
yeah.
yeah, that's something really fat. Like all the guys are very interested in just taking more stuff and improving everything else. I've had that many times in the podcast because if you get to a certain level, everyone is doing basically the same. You take the amount of the stuff you can handle, or your body can handle really well,
That's it.
and what's really making a difference is training and especially recovery, because most guys don't recover probably. So
Yeah, like the guys who recover, like elite guys who recover, they are super big, even natural, because they just have a recovery process that just like completely
yeah,
crazy. So yeah,
and also blood pressure is something really genetic. It's really genetical
yeah,
because
true.
um, yeah, I know there are a lot of guys just do your 30 minutes of cardio a day. It will help your blood pressure, but it won't give you good blood pressure if you have really bad one. So
Yeah,
if you're having good ones, anyone, you don't really have to do cardio in the off season if it's already very good, right? In my opinion.
I would just do it for the heart, you know. So yeah,
Yeah,
just so you to have a healthy heart. But yeah, if you do it just for the blood pressure, and if your blood pressure is really bad, cardio can help a little bit, but you would need medication. Yeah, that's for sure.
okay. What's your overall goal in bodybuilding? Your dream, your goal.
My goal is to place. This is my goal. My dream it would be to place top 10 at the Olympia one day.
Okay,
Make it top 10 to the Olympia one day.
okay. Do you have any plans after your career?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
No.
I also think that's really good not having plans after it yet,
Yeah, I
because
need
there
to
are so
build
many
my career.
guys. Yeah, they are just living in the future. And
Yeah,
Phil Wiss did a good post. You need to live day by day, meal per meal, set per set, and only think about that and get it fixed, get it done. And don't think about the future, because who knows if there even is a future. And if you add so many perfect days, the future going to be good anyway. So
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's the right mindset. Yeah.
And especially like if you do good now, you'll have so many more opportunities later. So it's like not a good thing to think about this far away after my bodybuilding career, because if I'm smart and I'm
You are so
healthy,
young. Yeah.
I have like what 10 to 13 years maybe still. So yeah, I have the time to think about what will come after. I just want to enjoy the ride now, you know, and
Yeah. And
start
that's
winning
perfectly.
pro shows. This is like, you know, you told me like what is my bigger goal. Like I said this, but I go goal per goal. My goal
Yes.
is now to place top 5, then top 3, then win pro shows, then go to the Olympia, then improving. My goal is to be the best I can, and let's see how far this can get me. But I don't have a set thing. I just go goal per goal, and I think this is how I work, because seeing a too far ahead goal like, oh, top 5 Olympia, top 10 Olympia, is just too far away from me, and it doesn't motivate me. What motivates me is what I can do this season, then what can I do this off season, what I can do the next season. You know, this what motivates me. The things
Yeah.
that coming soon, that's what motivate me.
Yeah, that's also something I talked about with Antron in the podcast, because I bought some hunter merch, like the one with the dog, pet
Yeah,
do- uh, pet dogs train hard, win the day,
yeah,
and he also sent me some stickers with win the day on it, and that's just the first thing I think about every morning getting out of bed. Win the day, make just the best out of it. And I also do diary. I don't know if are you doing journaling in the morning?
no, no, no.
Uh, I just started this prep because it really helps me, and I got to write down how to win the day. So first thing, I always write down being perfect on bodybuilding. So basically, so that's always the most important thing. If I tick all the boxes in bodybuilding, I'm fine. And then there goes Instagram content and coaching stuff, and spending time with your friends, with your family and stuff. But yeah, the structure and the planning, and also the mindset of winning every day and focusing just on one day per time is, I think, the most important thing in bodybuilding.
I do absolutely think that. Actually, the thing is that I don't even have when I wake up to think about bodybuilding or to know. I know I will nail it. This is what I do. You know, I wake
Yeah,
up, never miss a meal, I never miss a training unless I have to miss the
yes,
training, like for health reason or whatever. But I know
yeah,
when I go train, I go balls out. I eat all my meals, so I know I don't need to tell myself I need to do that. This is just I'm wired like this. This I will do. But for example, to give you to take what you said, yeah, that I could tell myself this, okay, today, and this is what I do. Today, do this story on Instagram, film the video for YouTube, do this. This is the things
yeah.
I need to be better at this. But at bodybuilding, honestly, I don't really see what I can do right now to be better than what I'm doing. Yeah, I could probably do a bit more posing on my own, but I already do quite some. But other than that, I'm perfect with the diet and the training. You know, I'm doing
How
everything
many
in.
posing sessions you doing per day?
I'm doing 30 minutes every second day.
Oh, that's a lot, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing like all every third day. On my rest days, I will always have 30 minutes of posing, and I would just hit the pose and practice my
Did you
breathing.
have a posing coach?
Yeah, I worked a bit with how's he called? The guy from Texas. You worked with him too, I think.
Daniel Coffin?
Yeah, Daniel Coffin. I did like
Yeah, I work with him as well.
4 or 5 sessions, and now
Yes, same.
I think I have learned quite some, and I really want to work on my own. And then I will like maybe when I'm 2 3 weeks out, I will do a couple to check in, because I think like now I really
Yes.
know what I need to work on, and so I think like it didn't make sense to continue because I know what I need to work on, but I will make a check with him before the show. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting because it was exactly the same with me. I booked like 6 or 7 sessions, and after 3 or 4 sessions, I felt like, okay, you need to work on that and you need to focus on that. If you're giving you even more information, it will fuck up your mind because you have to think on too many things. So, and my posing was at the regional show really, really good. So I just wanted to keep it, and I'll keep my lessons I have left for later stages.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm just doing on rest days 2 or 3 sessions of posing, and normal day just one because I'm doing a check-in every day. So,
Yeah.
and if it's perfect, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I also do my check-in, and I will do my check-in until it's perfect. So that
Yeah.
sometimes can take a lot of time, and sometimes it's good on the first one. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it like this.
Exactly.
I'll do my check-in until it.
Oh, I love the days when it's perfect on the first time. You think, oh yes, man, you can
Yeah,
start
it's out of the way.
eating.
Just do something else.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
some days
That's,
it doesn't work, and I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I remember like sometimes when my girlfriend was preparing breakfast, and I was dripping in sweat in doing my
yes.
posing in the apartment. I was like, man, and I felt so shit after. Like I felt like low blood pressure, low blood sugar. I had to eat because I was dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes it just works. So that's cool.
Yeah. So no, and also that's also really important. Just keep your routine in the morning and
Yeah,
do the stuff you have to do for bodybuilding first thing if you after you get up. Because also I have a mobility routine on rest days, and if I don't do it in the morning, I have in my mind all day long you gotta do it in the
you have
evening,
to
and
do it later. Yeah,
it's so annoying. Just do it first thing, get your routine done, and
and
then
it's done.
start the day, and you are free. No? So
Yeah, yeah,
that
that's
really
cool.
helps as well. Okay. I don't want to keep you much longer as you're in prep, even
That's
though you don't gotta do cardio.
fine.
Um, make sure to follow Anthony on Instagram. We'll put it down here and on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
And yeah, you can also support him at ESN and at Gasp. I think they have a big sale at Gasp right
yeah,
now or soon.
yeah. They do. It's gonna be the 70% on quite some stuff. Yeah, up to
Is it
70.
already on?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think so. Let me check. Let me check.
Okay.
But I think it's coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Soon. No. Oh no, it starts May 17th. May 17th.
Okay. So on Friday, right?
Yeah, on Friday you have the a big sale coming. Yeah, a big sale.
Yeah, maybe I go and shop some stuff as well with your code. It's
Nice.
Jehl 15 or what's your code there?
It's GL15 on Gasp and ESN is just Anthony. It's just
All
Anthony.
right, so we got the bestseller week at ESN coming up because tomorrow the podcast is already coming out. So you get the release of those things. It's really cool. It's like Powerade in 3 different flavors. It has like no sugar and all electrolytes you need post training, some salt as well. So after training, it's perfect. You can just enjoy it cold and drink it without feeling bad and having still good feeling about it. It's in cherry, it's in isoberry, and also in lemon, I think. Yeah, and you get 30% off with our codes, Anthony or Moritz. And also 30% on energy, which is coming back. You're drinking some energy drinks in prep?
Yeah, sometimes it happened. The ESN one, I really like the white one, white flavor. The ESN
Yeah.
one. You drink them
So,
also. You
what?
drink them also sometimes. The energy drinks. You do.
Yeah, sometimes I take them as my pre-workout if I'm training lower body because normally I just take crank and some caffeine with it. So I
Okay.
have 300 milligrams of coffee in pre-training. That's like my caffeine, and some Meta Plus in the morning. So I'm around 350 milligrams of caffeine per day, which is fine, I think.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And
It's
yes,
okay.
and on lower body days, because I don't need the pump there.
Yeah, you told me,
Pump
because I
booster there.
remember we had a conversation. You told me, oh, you take some pump products for legs. I said, well, yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't, it's not a problem for me. And you're like, wow, how can you even move your legs after? And I was like, well,
yeah.
I don't have the same problem as you. They don't get as full, maybe.
Yeah, I just should take a double portion for arms. So then we also have 20% on all best sellers. So really good. Week to shop. It's IsoClear, Designer Whey, Designer Bars, Flavor Powder, Omega-3, Acid Stack, Crank Pump Pro, Diet Support, and vegan diacynyl protein as well. Make sure to support us to support our journey to the top of the bodybuilding. I really hope we're going to see pretty soon on a pro stage, and I'm really excited to watch your journey. I hope you guys like the podcast in English, and our English. I mean, your English is like perfectly, but my English was fine to listen to, and you also liked an English episode. Yeah, maybe we can talk after your season how it went, and
Of course. Yeah. First one in like 4 weeks and a half now, and then after it all starts. So looking forward
so
to it. Looking forward to get a good package on stage, and let's see what happens. And hopefully you turn pro this season too. So that will be
yeah.
a nice way to end the season this year.
Yeah, so we're doing podcasts in October then or something, and then you reach the top 5 placing. I got my pro card. We both are happy. We both going back to off season to growing season. That would be like
Exactly.
perfectly. So,
That would be
all right,
perfect.
guys. Thank you so much for having you for being on here. It was really nice to talk to you once again, and I wish you all the best.
It was
I'm gonna
cool.
follow your journey, and we'll
I
see each
will.
other. Goodbye.
Thanks so much. Bye bye. Thank you, Moritz. Cheers.